my beautiful viewers. How are you feeling? I wanted to grab my grandson's Elvis Presley's glasses because there's a song he's singing, Touched by an Angel. Da-da-da-da-dum. So today I'm truly blessed that our beautiful Christa Rose, our genuine biggest earth angel on earth, is here. So I've got a few things to read before I can ask Christa to introduce herself. And yes, here in New Zealand it is so cold, and the children came home from school with sickness, and now I'm almost better. So the voice, if you love deep voices, my voice is for you today. But it will not stay this way for long. So my beautiful viewers and my beautiful diamond beauties and Tanzanite heroes, that is our two private groups in the community. I would love you to meet Christa Rose, aka Rosebud. I call her my Rosebud. This episode's called Touched by an Earth Angel. So my beautiful Christa, let me just read my quote for you, because you're gonna be on the front cover of August Diamond Moment magazine. And I spent quite a long time thinking what I wanted to do with your quote, your article, because the first part of the article is why I love you, why you are in my life. So here is your beautiful quote. The greatest light often walks quietly, gracefully, reminding us that clarity, kindness, and purpose are the truest legacy we can leave behind. Clarity always helps us to look at our lives without judgment, to strip away the noise and come home with a truth that truly matters. Kindness is the purest form, is a super quiet superpower. And I want to say it superpower because kindness is not something you're going to put out there and tell everybody. And we're going to hear a little bit about all the things that you are doing for other people. And you are so kind. One smile or one gentle word can move a presence of anybody. And it can create ripple effects in a lifetime. And then the last part is resilience. Resilience is that heartbeat of a hope. And Christa, you embodies all three: clarity, kindness, and resilience. And I'm truly honored to have you in my life. I'm so grateful that Ronnie have introduced your beautiful friend, Julie Diaz, and Julie Diaz have introduced, after our cover chat, introduced the two of us. We know each other a year and a half already. Can you believe it? It's amazing. So I've got a small little piece to read still. Despite living with an incurable illness, Christa continues to radiate light, healing, and truth. She doesn't just speak about purpose, she lives it. Whether she's guiding somebody to clarity, comforting a soul preparing for their transition, or simply offer a kind word when somebody needs it the most, she shows up. Not because it's easy, but because it's her calling. Her story is one of grace, grit, and glowing devotion. And today we celebrate our Earth Angel. That's what she is. Inspiring all of us who strive to serve, to love, and to keep on rising. So my beautiful Christa, welcome to the Power Hour. I'm so excited that you are going to be our cover story for August for the Time and Moment magazine. And it was all beautiful vision of our miracle man. So please, can you introduce yourself? And then I will start asking you a few questions, my beautiful one.
First of all, thank you so much for those kind words in that poem and that quote. It really touched so many areas of what I want to embody. So I'm just so grateful for that. So I'm Krista. I'm from Canada. When you talk about being cold, we get very cold here too. So I am known as the clarity expert because I try to bring clarity to people's lives who lack direction and live in a world of chaos, and I help them unravel that. But I have Amazon #1 bestseller, and it's called Skip the Pain, Experience a Pleasure. And I have to do this because it's kind of like my thing. My tagline is cut the crap that's holding you back so you can live the life you love. Because when it comes down to it, that's what it is. It's just crap that's holding us back. And why are we here? We're here to live the life we love. I'm also an international speaker, nutrition worker in many, many modalities. And I'm not only here to help heal myself, but to help change lives and heal others.
So beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful Krista. So can you tell us, where did you get that poop?
Oh, so this actually came from Mr. Howard Brown himself. So when we were on the Soul of a Diamond Author's Journey show, and he was one of the co-hosts, he absolutely loved, he had one as well. And he loved my tagline so much that he went out. I have no idea where he got it, but he went out and said, Krista, you have to use this. This makes me happy. So every time I look at it, I think of him in a beautiful, happy way.
That is so beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful one. So, my beautiful Krista, because of the cover, you part of that is also that you are having a commercial, and you've got such an exquisite commercial. So, will you allow me, please, to play your commercial now? And then we will be playing your commercial almost at the end of the show. Is that okay with
Okay.
you?
I would be completely honored.
So, here we go. It's so beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you so much for sending me your commercial. And I know you worked on it and you absolutely love it. It's beautiful. Thank you. How do you feel about your commercial?
I haven't even watched it since I sent it in. So when I saw it now, I was thinking, is that me? And being very, very humble and very grateful that not only was I able to encompass the things I've gone through and what I do and hopefully show other people, but to be able to see it on this great platform. So yeah, totally blown away.
Well, so the reason for my glasses, my beautiful viewers, in our Soul Diamond Author's Journey, one of the things that Howard brought to life was the speed round. So Krista didn't even know I'm going to start off with the speed round before the questions. So my beautiful Krista, I'm going to put my glasses on. Are you ready for the speed round in honor of
I Yes, I am ready. Actually, I have Mr. Shining Brightly's glasses himself.
perfect, in honor of our miracle man, beautiful Howard and Laura? And here we go. So my first question to you is favorite color?
Purple,
Love.
unconditionally,
Ah, beautiful. Earth angel.
at the right time.
Kindness.
Most important thing that we can give someone.
And then the last one, love.
Important to give it and to receive it.
That is incredible. You are incredible, my beautiful one. So I have taken a photo, but unfortunately not with the flash like I wanted to do. So, oops, there you are. So my beautiful one, let us start with the questions. When did you discover, and we're going deep, when did you discover that you are an earth angel?
That's a great question. You know, I've always had this strong intuition and I've always been in the right place at the right time. And sometimes I'm there to help people have more awareness in different areas of their life. Sometimes I'm there to bring people together. And that's when I started really noticing that literally I'm placed in people's lives to change their lives or to offer them hope or inspiration right at the time that they need it. And I think when it was actually called an earth angel is when our Mr. Howard Brown and us, you know, really connected. And he called me, he says, "You're my earth angel." And that was really when I encompassed the name, because for me, I had the earth angel on a pedestal and I realized it's not a pedestal. We can all be an earth angel. We can all be there for one another. And that is so important. So for me, I resonate with it because I live in miracles. I live as that.
I'm going to bring us a little bit closer. Are you ready?
Sure.
There you are. The first time I met you, I told you you were amazing. You had this amazing, and I do see you. You had this incredible wings, but big. And you were folding, and you were tiny in stature because I was the privileged one to hug you in New York. We were all in New York. We went for our book, The Soul of a Diamond, on the biggest jumbotron. I hugged you. You are tiny, but you have the most beautiful wings that you unfold around other people. So for me, I saw that the first time I met you, and I'm so thankful you are in my life. My beautiful one, my next question to you. You carry the title of Clarity Expert in our beautiful Diamond Beauty Expert at Diamond Beauty's Forever Group. What does clarity truly means for you?
You know, clarity is seeing things for what they really are. And it's unraveling the chaos that we often live in. We live in our minds creating a chaos, creating a story that really isn't happening. We're worried about the future that hasn't even happened yet. And we stay in the past and we hold on to the past, which only keeps us in the past and in the future, but we're not present. So for me, I help people who absolutely find direction and find some confidence and in all areas of their life. And it could be relationships, it could be work, it can be spiritual. And that's one of the into, because people will say, you know, how have you gotten better from, you know, different my chronic illness? And although I've used different modalities, I bring about that it is a spiritual connection. And I'm very open about it. And it's exactly when they need to hear it. And the connection with that is amazing. And I'm able to explain it in a clear way so they can understand. And that's the most important thing.
That was one of the questions I would have asked you, but in the next one, and I'm going to let you be on the screen by yourself. Living with the incurable illness, where do you draw your resilience and your inner light from?
You know, knowing that I had 4 years to live gave me an opportunity to really evaluate where my life was. I wasn't able to talk, I wasn't able to walk, and I started feeling like I was a burden on other people. It wasn't until I was able to master my mindset and realize that if I don't try to get better, I'm not going to magically get better. It's my responsibility to take care of myself. So by starting slow and celebrating my wins, and that's a big thing. And I started using my walker, I started using my cane, and some days I still have to use my cane. And that's okay because that's part of being resilient. That's part of making a choice. So it's also about making a choice every day, every moment. And for me, it was the choice to start it off getting out of bed. So I was laying in bed one day, hearing my family at the table, and I was in pain and, used to getting food brought to me. But this one particular day, I thought, no, no, I'm going to be part of my family. So I got up and I threw a t-shirt on and whatever pants, my hair in a ponytail, and you would have thought I was walking the red carpet when my family saw me. But it wasn't about seeing me, it was about me being present. And once I realized that, it gave me that oomph, it gave me that reason, it gave me the motivation to keep going. And not only for my family, but for myself, because being within different groups, I've seen people who stay in a mode, and it could be a victim mode or just stay stuck with where they are and not exploring different ways of trying to get better. And often I go on the group and I get close to someone and then they pass away. And that is part of this illness. We never know. So I'm on my 6th year, I'm proud to say, but I want to also bring up that we really don't know anyway. So because I do have a label, it's called anti-gas 65. Because I do have a label, sometimes people, will put me in a box and think, oh, this is going to be, maybe a short-lived something or other. I'm here to say it's not true. I'm here because I want to be a beacon of hope and light and be that resilience for people out there who are thinking, I can't do it. I'm a burden too. I'm here to say you are not.
Wow, 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 wow. I've got goosebumps, and I have used my biggest sunglasses already with your previous question answer. I'm just gonna put this one on because it's not alien. People perceive it's alien that they need to take their life in their own hands, but you just demonstrated that you can take your hands in your own life, your life in your own hands, and make that mindset, change that mindset.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible, incredible. I will let you know. I will more halfway through have you on the screen again by yourself. Then we can see you fully. But now, for now, what does your practice keep you grounded? What daily practice keeps you grounded in love and hope?
Wow. Every morning I take a few minutes before I even get out of bed. And sometimes I'm overthinking of what happened yesterday, and I'm starting to get nervous or anxious about what the day ahead is going to bring. And I realize that's human, but I make a conscious effort to bring my vibration up, to think of something happy. Amazing things I do is I put music on. Music is the gateway to my soul, I will say. So for me to stay grounded, um, keeping my vibration up throughout the day, even when there's challenges, I don't react. I take time to respond to them. And that seems to allow me to hold back, think of what I want to say, or sometimes what I don't want to say, and then be able to go through the day and inspire and give as much hope to other people as I can.
Wow. So I'm going to state something now, but I'm going to move us a little bit back. And then I'm going to ask you something about our miracle man. And I don't know if you have your stones there because this is a practice that you are now doing. But if you have it not there, it's all good. We can still talk about it. So you've helped so many people prepare emotionally and spiritual before they passed. What is one of the most powerful lessons you've learned from that sacred work?
You know, it's true, and it's been definitely an honor to be with somebody as they are transitioning or during that journey. But I really found that experiencing true peace and really acceptance and forgiveness is one of the most important things that they can do during their journey. Giving up any type of grudges, giving up any type of things that are holding them back that they want to, hold on to that's bringing them pain. That the most important thing is to be in a state of love. And that's one thing I've really learned is when someone is transitioning or going through their journey, any part of their journey, helping them see that there is love constantly. And I do happen to have one of the stones, and this is, I'll call it a little miracle because my stones are not here. They're in a different place. But yes, I would pull a stone for Howard every day. And what I would say is, I was there to hold the stones, and I'm giving direction by the angels or, whoever he connected with on the path that he needs to go on. All he has to do is walk on it. And so here's one of the stones as an example, and it gave messages, and this one says happiness. And I think right now that's what he wants us to be, because as we all know, when we lose someone that we deeply love, that we deeply connect with, it's easy to stay in that state of grief. And I'm not going to say that I'm not over that. I am completely devastated and sad, but knowing that he's still with us all the time, knowing that he can be with us even more, helps me to stay in a state of happiness.
I loved it. Thank you, my beautiful Christa. I love that you are posting your beautiful YouTube video every day in the group. We've got an amazing group of ladies, Diamond Beauties Forever. And Christa pulls a stone out of her bag. You can hear the bag. She's picking up the bag with all the stones clicking and touching each other and that sound it makes. And then she pulls out one. And then she gives us a message. It's so beautiful.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for doing that, my beautiful one. Can you share how you serve our miracle man with your earth angelship?
One of the ways is I was there for him. I was there for him in different ways than just offering, a basket or something like that. I was really there for him to explore different ways of being. For instance, really opening him up to a world of spirituality and showing him that spirituality can or it doesn't have to be with a religion. So once I had this moment of awakening with him, both of us experienced it. And I think I would often connect with his angels, give him messages. And one of the things I do have to share, because I can feel him saying, I have to share this, and it would make me so happy, even though knowing that he was going through so much pain, is he was going through a chemo process and it's painful, and afterwards it's painful. He says I would sit there and I would tell him, talk to your angels, feel the love. And he says, I actually am laying there watching other people moan and groan, and I'm feeling happy. I actually can feel the love. I don't think of my physical body. I think of all the amazing things that are happening around me and all the things that I've done, and all the things I still want to do. And that was one of the ways I really helped him during his journey go from staying in a state of pain to bringing him to awareness of, more love. Really, that's what I call it, just pure love. And for him to accept it and then continue on with that journey, because how amazing is it to continue your journey anywhere, but especially when you transition to the other side, you can go angry, you can go kind of kicking and screaming, you can go, thinking of all those people who hurt you, or you can be in a place of peace and love and gratitude. And that's where I held the stones for him. That's where I held his hand for him.
And one of the things that I loved when we did our a beautiful Soul of a Diamond, Soul Diamond author's journey, he even came through when he was in hospital getting his chemo drip. And then when it was not possible anymore, you will get him on WhatsApp, and you will put the WhatsApp next to your computer, and you could hear the whole show.
Yeah.
How incredible you were. And I know that he really, really enjoyed spending time with us in the author's journey. We are a family. We will always be an author family together. So my
So
beautiful one, did he give you any indication about how he felt just hearing us?
he always was excited because he loved listening to it. He loved hearing it, and he wanted to show up as much as he could. So he would sometimes call me and we would go on a call together, and he would say, so, what do I look like? I'm like, you got to put the phone a little bit higher because it would be on his chest or a different way. So it gave him something to look forward to. And then, reading the books, or sometimes I would have to brief him on the books, but bring him into other people's lives. That's really what he wanted to do, is to be part of other people's lives and inspire other people as well. And I was kind of a porthole to be able to do that, a medium for him to do it either verbally and him showing up, or through, like you said, WhatsApp, or whatever other platform, so he can hear what the show was. And there was always afterwards a lot of laughter, always a lot of, he wanted to give a lot of comments, and always enjoyed the show. And always at the end, when he wasn't able to physically show up at the show, would say how much he missed being there, but how grateful he was that he was still able to be part of it.
Oh, beautiful. So part of this solo episode is that you are going to be on the Diamond Moments magazine as our cover story. I remember the day that he said, I've got special news for the three of you. So we were like, he was already in his journey. We went through his ups and downs. We cried with him. We were happy when there was other things possible happening. And then when it didn't happen, we cried again. We keep on praying. I did my nails to make sure that and my toenails, every time I look at it, I can do a prayer to our miracle man. And then he told us, he said, Christa and Laura, I will want to gift you the cover of the magazine. And we were like, I could not believe it. It was like amazing, amazing. So now, last month, July, it was beautiful. Laura's turn. Her birthday is in July, and your birthday is in August. So
Yes,
that's the reason why you are our front girl, front cover girl for August. So first of
amazing.
all, tell us what you're going to do about with your birthday. But before that, how was that gift that he gave you? We were all surprised. We were like, what? What?
100%. First of all, I was extremely humbled because there's only 12 covers that can happen in a year. There's only 12 months. To be able to be featured on one of them, for other people to see me and get to know me and to read some of my story was such a gift. And I was completely blown away that he wanted to bestow this gift on me. And he was saying how he was one of the covers. And he said how it changed him and how other people, responded to him. And he was able to share the magazine over and over, and that's what I'm most excited about, is sharing it and having people reading the messages. And yeah, being that it's on my birthday month, that is a gift. It's more than a picture on a magazine. It's being a presence on the magazine and standing for not only hope, but definitely, as he would put it, light. So I want to be that illumination. I want to be that light for him, in honor of him, and for others.
Beautiful. So what are you going to do on your birthday? And when is your birthday?
So my birthday is August 25th, and every year my birthday present is I want to spend time with my family. So we plan a little vacation and we go to somewhere new and we just make memories over a few days. And it is phenomenal. So now it's gotten to the point that people, my kids and my family know, oh wow, it's your birthday coming up. Where are we going? Where are we going? And because I don't need anything, I want to create memories. That's the most important thing. That's what's worth the most important thing for me.
Beautiful. So my beautiful Crystal, what message do you want people to receive before they say goodbye to this life?
I think the message of knowing that they've been seen, knowing that they've been heard, knowing that no matter what, they have changed and impacted someone's life for the better. And usually they don't even know it. They have no idea. So as people are hearing this right now, no matter where you are in your life, in your age, if you're younger, if you're older, if you have a disease, if you don't have a disease, it doesn't matter. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved unconditionally, and you have changed someone's life, and that's going to be your legacy, whether knowing it or not.
I actually need a John Lennon's glasses. Just give me 1 second. Wait for it. Here it is. I perceive this as a John Lennon, and he sang. What is that song of his that he sing? I think if it was it Eve. Imagine,
Imagine,
imagine
yes, imagine.
all the people.
Oh, yes, yes,
So, my
exactly.
beautiful one, I'm going to let you be on screen for just a little while
Okay.
to answer this question. And I think it's important because the work you do is so important. And you can get so emotionally involved that you have to have boundaries and take care of yourself. So, my question to you is, how do you care for your heart and spirit while doing such deep emotional work?
That is a fantastic question because So many people, so many healers, or just so many caregivers get really caregiver burnout. And it's easy because as an empath, you take on other people's feelings. Or as not having a loved one, you want the best for them. You don't want them to feel pain. And often you take on their pain. And that is something that was happening to me. So I had to create a boundary of what I was going to feel. So I would almost bubble myself and say, I'm in a bubble of love and I'm going to accept where you are, how you're feeling, and give you everything I can to bring you from the place you're at to the place you want to be, or at least a better place, but it's going to be all for your highest good. And then after that, I make sure I take time to rest. I drink a lot of water too, but I take some time to rest because one thing for me, I had to remember that resting is being productive too. So that is one of my biggest messages because I was the type who would go, 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 go. How many people can I help? What can I do to serve? And then I would be burnt out. So I can't help other people if I'm burnt out. And most importantly, I can't help myself if I'm burnt out. I'm going to go backwards. So that's a few ways, but definitely taking some time for myself, resting, eating right, drinking enough water, and finding some joy and laughter. Making life fun again. Every day, find a little bit of fun and joy. And for me, again, Sanet, I know you can relate to this, is I will turn on the music and listen to, my guilty pleasure songs. And while I'm doing the dishes, I'll be belting out the words and I'll be dancing in the kitchen like nobody's watching. And it doesn't matter because it's bringing me joy. So I could have gone through something very heavy, but I consciously and intentionally bring myself to a place of peace and love and joy.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to put us now in a circle. Are you ready? Here we come. Come closer, my beautiful Krista. There you are. I can never do this if we are more than two. So, what has been one of the most magical or surprising moments during your soul work with others?
Honestly, I'll give you one of many, many experiences is I opened my email one day, like most of us do, and I received this message from somebody literally across the world. And they read something from my book and they reached out to me and said, I bet you're not really going to read it. This is probably somebody else, but I wanted to let you know how much you impacted me. You see, I lost my husband 12 years ago, and they continued on and said how not only what I went through enabled them to identify with the feelings, but how I overcame it and how I continue to inspire and be strong. And it gave them that feeling of they wanted to be inspired people and be strong. So knowing that I helped one person out there really gave me that fire and to say, I know I'm making a difference. And I did respond saying, yes, it really is me. That you're messaging, and we were able to have a conversation, and it was so beautiful. I've received different cards, with messages, and I think that has been one of the most eye-opening things is when you actually hear how you've changed people's lives. Um, I've been out and about, and people would take one specific thing. I have an acronym, WAIT. What am I thinking? Why am I talking? What actions am I taking? That all creates your reality. And they would say, I'd never seen that perspective before. And now they watch what they think, watch their mindset, how they speak and how they act. Are they acting with kindness? And knowing that that was this aha moment that changed their life, and not only theirs, their family, their friends, and how they interact with other people, really was a pivotal moment for me to say, I know I'm on the right path by being vulnerable. It's hard to be vulnerable, sharing what, what I've been going through, being able to inspire other people. So that's one of the ways, is by having some of those feedbacks. It's been phenomenal.
Wow. You know, I know you don't like to tell people about this, but I just wanted to say, you do randomly put books down for people to get, and I just love it. I know you don't like to talk about it, you don't like to show it, but I'm so happy you did, because you know why? People need to see they need to see it to witness it. And sometimes for us, and I want to say us, because if you do something spectacular, it's not that you're showing off, it's that you are witnessing to others that anything is possible. So that I just want to make that clear. So when I saw what you have done with your books, you randomly put your books different places. It was not a show off for me. You install even more of a love that I have. The love just went bigger, because I knew that when that person pick up that book,
Yeah,
that will change. God will put the right person to pick up your book to change their life forever.
absolutely.
So it was incredible. So please tell us about that.
So it started literally as random acts of kindness. I've been doing it throughout my whole life in different ways. Sometimes purchasing a meal for somebody who I can see, can't afford a meal. It could be offering a smile or helping to carry something out for someone. And again, it's not about bragging, it's about doing and inspiring others, really for the ripple effect. So in every book, to let you know, I've always written a different message for people. So sometimes it's something that's just out of out of the blue, I'll say. Sometimes I really do think about what I say, but all I know is whatever I write is what the person needs to hear. And I always put, there's a message in here that you are supposed to hear. And from those, again, I received feedback on so many areas, or on a special day, they found it. It was special for them on someone's, like, one person, their child passed away. And the date was on the 11th. And on that date is the day they found the book. And that's when I knew they were supposed to see that book, get that book. And they even said they don't even normally read. But they knew that was for a reason, because it was a very difficult day. So when they opened it and saw the message, that I don't even know what I wrote in it, but it was enough for them to say, wow, this is definitely a sign. And they felt love.
Incredible. So my beautiful one, I'm going to play your commercial in a few seconds. So please tell people how can they get hold of you, and also where they can buy your book. And will you also tell them about your new book coming out? Because I will also have a little piece in that new book of yours, please.
Oh, I'm so excited. So the best way to get a hold of me, is you can see on screen, is christarose.com. And if you ever forget how to spell my name, my mom would always say Christ with an A, but don't hold me to that standard. so christarose.com. Then that's how you can get my book. You can purchase it on Amazon, really any major bookstore, Barnes and Noble, Indigo, wherever you are in the world. Probably Amazon's one of the easiest places, or through my website. And they can reach me any way, even to have a chat about what's going on with their, and where they want to go. So my new book is, I do have a picture of the cover. It's coming out. It's called Shattering Truths I Wish My Younger Self Knew. So if you could go back in time and tell yourself one piece of advice. What would it be? And no, it can't be what the lotto numbers are, and it can't be what to invest in. It's that life advice that you've learned. What would it be? And as I've been writing the book, I've learned that the advice I'm giving is the advice I need to hear. And then I decided to gift 111 people opportunity to have a free spot, and Sanet is one of them, a free spot in the book to say, what would you say to your younger self? And when it comes down to it, as I was reading through them, I was having aha moments, so it's really not just to your younger self, it's out there to the world.
It's so beautiful. So I'm going to put us back properly. So let me just go there. And then I'm going to play your commercial. Then the next part, I'm going to ask you your last question. I'm going to ask you about your golden nugget. What is your vision for the next chapter of your journey as a mentor, an expert, a beloved soul in our community? So before that, I need to come back here so that I can play a commercial. Are you ready for your commercial?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Beautiful.
Wow. Thank you so much. And I just want to really quickly say I do have Mr. Howard Brown's book, and you can still buy it on Amazon or anywhere. And I am very fortunate, I know you are too, where he was able to sign it. And when he signed it, it said, which again, now looking back, it was, foretold. It says, actually, he put Christ dash A, keep shining always, my destiny angel, Howard Brown.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So my beautiful one, I'm going to have you on screen for the last time in full. Please tell us, what is your next chapter?
So, my next chapter is finding more ways to get my message out there. So, that may be speaking on different platforms, live platforms, on stages, on podcasts, on TV shows. These are all things I was terrified to do because, like I said, I had to relearn how to talk. So, for me to do this, I have to be very vulnerable. And that's one of the things I'm learning to do more and more every day. Also, through my book sales, I'm putting them out there. And in my book, again, I become very vulnerable by not only what I went through, it's more about afterwards. It's more about how I've gotten through them and giving those, tips away. And through energy work, I work with people in all sorts of different ways to help them connect with, their higher self, really. So as I keep going, I'm just going to expand and expand, however big I'm supposed to be. And my biggest thing is I'm saying yes.
Christa. Yeah, thank you so much, my beautiful one. May I ask you, and I've got the paparazzi pen, what is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget is sometimes it's okay to give up hope. And when I say that, it means heck over pleasing everyone to find hope, which is hold on, pain ends.
It's so beautiful. Are you ready for paparazzi?
I am.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. My beautiful Crystal, do you have one last message for the viewers and the Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite Heroes?
Don't forget to go out there, spread love, and spread kindness in everything that you do. And even when you don't feel like it, that's one of the most important times to do it, because not only are you healing yourself, but you're actually spreading love and healing to other people as well.
So beautiful. Thank you. Are you ready to have a dance with me?
I would love to. Thought you'd never ask.
My beautiful viewers, will you love to dance with me and Krista? Well, and Krista and me, in my home language, we always put our name or me first and then the person, but in English is a different way around. And sometimes I do forget. Would you love to have a dance with Krista and me? They said yes, they said yes. Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or
I
sitting
love
in
it,
the
Krista.
sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love.
Bye bye,
From
everyone. Bye
butterflies to
bye.
Thank you.
eagles.